Hi, how's it going, guys? Today I want to talk about a few different topics, but they all relate to each other. So sit back, relax. I promise this won't take too long, but I need to talk to you about these things because I think they're very important. So first off, if you are a writer, you are a writer. It doesn't matter what you write. You can write poetry, you can write fan fiction, you can write a novel, you can write whatever you want. As long as you write, you are a writer. And I can't stress this enough. I mean, you don't have to be published. You can just write as a hobby even. It doesn't matter what you do. As long as you are writing, you are a writer. That goes for all arts, I believe, too. I mean, if you are a painter, you like to paint, you are a painter. If you like to draw like I do occasionally, you are also an artist. Even if, in my case, I'm a crappy artist. But the fact is, I'm an artist. Really, that's the main thing I want to talk about today. But I also want to talk about reading. If you like to read comics, you are a reader. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. They are still books. You can be a reader if you like to read poetry, or if you like to read fan fiction over anything else. You are what you enjoy to do. I don't think that sounded very logical the way I worded that, but it's seriously a really important thing to remember. You are what you do. If you are someone who likes to read anything, you are a reader. If you like to do any form of art and you do it, you're an artist. And if you write any form of prose or even not prose, poetry, nonfiction, if you write comic books, you are a writer. And I don't want anyone to forget that. Now, I know a lot of people have probably said this. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I've always believed that, for example, I read a lot of manga. In fact, that's most of what I read at this point. And I've had people tell me, why don't you read regular books? You're not a reader. And those people, just ignore them. When you like to read something, it's still reading, and you are a reader. If you're reading and you're enjoying it and you like to read. And the same goes for writing. In fact, it also can change based on what you use, how people react. I do comics too. I do comics but using a program called Comipo where I mostly just have to drag and drop things. And you know what? I get a lot of shit from the comic community for it. But I'm still making comics. I may not be using as much artistic skills as other people use, specifically drawing, but I put a lot of work and time and effort into my comics, and I believe I am a comic artist because of that. Because even if I'm using 3D models to make my characters, the fact is the stories are all mine. I put so much time and effort into placing everything just right, because I'm obsessive compulsive and just a perfectionist, and I need everything to be perfect. Besides this video where you can tell my glasses have a lot of glare and I move my hands a lot when I talk. But I put a lot of work and effort into them. I put a lot of effort into my writing. I have been doing mostly world building lately, but that's okay. That's still writing. I'm preparing for writing a big story. November is National Novel Writing Month, guys. If you've ever wanted to write a novel, now is the best time to start preparing. Because if you join National Novel Writing Month, you will have so many different writers supporting you. It is insane. And that's something I love about the writing community. While there are people who will give you shade just because of the fact that you write something that they don't believe counts as being a writer, 90% of them, at least, I find, are very supportive of no matter what you write. And they will try to help you along the way, no matter how you need the help. I constantly am on Twitter trying to get help from the writing community, and I get so much feedback when I write things down on Twitter about what I'm fighting with. It's really astounding, and it's just amazing what a community can do. I'm part of an artist community that's really great. I haven't been in their Discord for a while, but it's a great community. Everyone is very understanding and very open-minded, and that's something I also recommend you do, is find an open-minded community that works for you, that will listen to your needs, that will help you through your art or your writing or whatever you're doing, and just support you and cheer for you. And I want you to also know I'll always be cheering for you too. So that's all I really wanted to say today. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that writing and reading diversity, artistic diversity, no matter what you do it, and you enjoy it, and that is what is most important. You are a writer if you write, you're an artist if you do art, you are a reader if you read, no matter what it is. That is what I feel is very important to remember. Anyway, thank you for listening to this little rant. In case you don't know who I am, which is probably most people watching this, I'm Juluna Rolick. That is my pen name, mind you. I am a writer, I am an artist and a reader. I do posts like this about writing and reading and art. I also plan to do things about other interests I have. I have a lot of interests, so you never really know what's going to come up on here. But yeah, I do a lot of different things, or I plan to do a lot of different things rather. This is only my second video really. But if you're interested, or if this video just cheered you up or anything, please give it a like, comment, tell me what kind of stuff you'd like to see in the future, and I will do my best to create it. And if you are interested to see what comes in the future, please hit that subscribe button. I won't blame you if you don't. I honestly wouldn't probably subscribe to myself because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, that's all I had to say today. Thank you for watching through all this. Bye bye.